And also today, Columbus City Council voted approval of the new North Star Commercial Center.
The city is really on the grow, isn't it, Tom?
It sure is, Becky. It's really hard to imagine that 40 years ago today, Greater Columbus, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, was threatened with total destruction.
Gee, it still gives me the shivers just to think about it.
Well, I know someone who doesn't have to worry about shivers, and that's Barbara Tasher, standing by with one of Ohio's own genuine American heroes.
Thanks, Tom. Becky, today marks the 50th anniversary of the invasion of the giant termites. These huge insects, mutated by atomic bomb testing, flew to central Ohio and built their nest. In this rare archival footage, we catch a glimpse of the fierce battle fought with the invaders for 3 terrifying days and nights.
You crazy! Get out of here! Get out of here!
But the man regarded by many as the hero of the day 50 years ago was Hector Johnson. Hector was a member of the National Guard and was one of the first people to see the termites up close and live to tell about it. I bet that film really brings back those days of crisis. Right, Hector?
Heck.
Heck. So pretty terrifying bugs, right?
Oh, those were no ordinary termites. They were clever. They worked underground, they hid in cells, they attacked our whole way of life. Oh, in combat, their teamwork was amazing. When you attacked them, they fought back with wave after wave of defenders. They didn't care how many individual soldiers they lost so long as the nest was safe.
Yes, well, Hector, heck, just how did it all start?
I was with the local National Guard, and my good friend, Dwight Kilkenny, he was on the city police force. He called me with something he thought we should know about. The police had been dealing with a rash of bizarre homicides. The first victim I saw, he was torn all to pieces. We thought it might be some kind of escaped zoo animal, a predator like a leopard. But what was really weird was that the victim's car was covered with this pulpy wood-like substance. Stuff that looked chewed up. Well, we didn't know what to make of it. Then we found out that the victim had been an encyclopedia salesman. And we noticed all his books were gone.
Was this when you called in Dr. Deutschman?
No, not until we found the owner of a lumber yard all torn to pieces, his rifle bent like a pretzel, his 2x4s missing, and more of that strange pulp. Well, we sent the pulp in for analysis, and Dr. Lawrence Deutschman and his daughter Margaret, his assistant, they were sent over by the Department of the Interior. He kept talking about the mysteries of mutation and what quick breeders insects were, and about digested cellulose. Well, I had no idea what was going on, but it didn't take me long to figure it out. Houses were being destroyed, whole neighborhoods reduced to pulp, except for the brick places. And the trailer parks, they're pretty much all aluminum.
It must have been horrifying.
When we saw the first ones, we were shocked. They were huge. They were at least 9 feet long, some of them 12 feet. The mound itself was 60 stories high. It proved all of Dr. Deutschman's theories. He was so excited, he ran up to the entrance and a soldier termite got him. It was terrible.
Is that when the battle began?
We had National Guard units from all over the state in there. Now, I was in Korea, and I'm here to tell you that the business in those tunnels was tougher than anything I saw over there. Then, a soldier termite was coming at me from behind. I didn't see him, but Dwight did. Sergeant Dwight Kilkenny. He kept blasting it with his Thompson until it got him. Dwight died saving me. I never met a better man than Dwight Kilkenny. We were like brothers.
Yet, you went on to publish your best-selling book, My War with the Termites.
Yes.
And even serve a term as a state representative.
Yes. And I married Dr. Deutschman's brilliant, beautiful daughter, Peg.
Is that them?
But State Department officials have given assurances of continued U.S. financial aid to Russia. On the domestic front, highways will be packed as families gather for the Memorial Day holiday.
I wanted this done before the holidays.
Well, sorry about that. We've been pretty busy. We want to take care of you, though. You're one of our best customers.
Good, good.
Who's that guy think he is anyhow?
What? You don't know who that was?
Am I supposed to?
That's Hector Johnson, the termite guy. The giant termite guy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's them! It's so good to see you again.
Did you really miss me? Chlordane. Dad, you're not still poisoning the soil, are you?
We don't want our house to fall down around our ears someday.
Toshiro, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Oh, we haven't seen you in so long.
Since the wedding. Mr. Johnson?
Hello.
There are other control methods. Biologically active substances, hormones, pheromones.
Ha!
Yes, the dissertation's all finished. The internet business is really taking off. I see the two as essentially connected. The business is a logical extension of my research. But try telling that to the stick-in-the-mud types at the university.
We saw your TV show.
Our infomercial.
How did you get Cher to do it?
Wrote her a check. But our product was a natural for her. She wants to empower women too.
I don't know. About gassing people? Doesn't seem right.
Dad, we're all inhaling deadly gases right now from your exterminators.
Unless you're a bug, it's not going to hurt you.
Except to make you bald and sterile. Besides, we're not gassing anybody who doesn't deserve it. And it's not deadly, it's just mace. But in fun, fashionable holders and designer canisters.
Joan did a great deal of market research.
We pitch to the woman who wants to defend herself, yet be in fashion.
Heard from your brother lately?
Brad, are you kidding? Have you?
From time to time.
If you like that, Mom, do you want to keep it? It's yours.
Oh, no.
Sales are really very good. More and more women are becoming safety conscious.
Joan even wrote her own ad copy.
On the PC that Toshiro set up for me.
High-speed internet access.
That was really a lifesaver during my dissertation.
Her advisor said that Joan's dissertation was one of the most complex and difficult he'd ever...
Difficult for him. Deconstructionist feminism contextualized in a post-patriarchal, post-nuclear family. What is so troublesome about that? He just didn't want to deal with it. Oh my gosh, Toshi, I am so sorry. I don't know what happened.
No, it's all right.
Quick, go and wash your face. Keep your eyes closed.
A shame that Brad couldn't get home.
I just wish we got to see you more often.
I know, Mom.
Will you be home for Christmas?
I don't see why not.
Now that we've moved.
Moved.
Yes. I wanted it to be a surprise. That's why I didn't say anything before now.
We found a very good property. Prices are quite a bit lower here.
You moved back to Columbus? But when?
We came here a month ago to look at
We just looked then. We found the house not even 2 weeks ago. So, are you surprised?
Yes! That's great news, isn't it, Hack?
Now you'll be able to be around more.
Yeah, Sal's transferred.
And promoted. Toshi was put in charge of Biogen's new facility
Here?
here. Yes. Dad, that's why we moved.
What sort of research do they do at that plant?
The labs? Genetics research?
Well, now that you're living near free babysitters, maybe I'll get some grandchildren.
Toshiro and I have discussed that.
Not that I'm trying to put any pressure on you.
But we're both just so busy right now.
Genetic research. Pretty powerful stuff, huh?
Oh, yes.
I read where you can patent these things now. New germs, vegetables, who knows what all. Pretty big money in that, huh?
We hope so.
How are those plants doing, the succulents I sent you?
Oh, Mom, they died.
Again?
I don't know. I guess it's just me.
Got something here I want you to see. No, I've got it. Here. Fill you in with some background here.
Heck, turn that off.
But this is important.
Dad, that is 3 years old. We've seen it dozens of times.
Shapiro hasn't.
Toshiro.
Well, your husband, he hasn't seen it.
Didn't we just have a talk about this? Heck, why don't you tell Toshiro about the renovations you've been doing?
Tuck pointing. The basement.
I've got to check on dinner.
Dad, can I talk to you for a second?
Sure.
Over here. Why are you so negative with Toshiro? What is it? You don't like him because he's Japanese?
No, because he's a scientist.
What? You married a scientist.
A scientist's daughter.
Oh.
What the hell are you doing?
Looking for the ball game?
That's not the ball game, that's giant bugs.
I wasn't watching.
All those cheap movies they made. Giant spiders, scorpions, giant moths. Not one of them told it like it really was. Oh, they always said they wanted a true story and that's why they hired me as technical advisor. But all they really wanted was to use my name. Right off the bat, they started changing things. Move it out of boring Columbus and set it in exciting L.A. And then the termites. They're not scary enough? You go down into a termite mound and then tell me they're not scary. What's so scary about ants anyway?
Mom, turkey?
Well, no one ever comes home for Thanksgiving.
Going out for some Zinfandel.
Oh, heck, we've got wine.
$5 cover. I'm just here to see somebody. Yeah, you're here to see somebody. I remember when this was a nice place.
You got a good memory.
I got some more work for you. A surveillance job.
Busy.
I can't do it. I'm a public figure.
You are. See that girl up there? Got a Geo Prism. Bought it used. Think the dealer set the miles back. I'm checking it out for her.
This is important. This is a matter of national security.
Again, huh?
And it's cash.
Did you get the wine?
Closed for the holiday.
Heck, wait, I've got a surprise.
Brad! Dad! Sergeant Johnson.
Captain Johnson?
All of us home together.
Remember when you hit it so hard that it smashed the attic window?
I remember how mad Mrs. Borer got.
Your mother called me at work thinking I'd bawl you out.
But all you said was, what a slugger that boy is.
Did I tell you I have taken up racquetball? And I haven't been playing that long, but I am getting to be pretty good. It's a wonderful sport aerobically.
Yes, I've read that.
Toshiro is an excellent player.
Joan's very good herself on the back wall.
Oh, really?
So, how did you get home, Brad? We thought you couldn't get leave.
Oh, there was a change of plans on the base.
Great, that's the ticket.
They don't really need me there anyway.
Now, don't kid yourself.
No, really, I was thinking maybe next time I won't re-up.
Quit the Corps?
The important thing is you're home. I know your sister's really happy to see you, too.
Of course I am.
Well, I really wanted to be here this time. I mean, this isn't just an ordinary visit. Well, what I'm saying is, well, what I'm trying to say is, there's someone I want you to meet.
Oh, you mean someone special?
Oh!
Are you full of surprises, Brad?
Be right back.
Right now? You mean she's with you?
Well, you see, you have to understand.
Where is this special someone, Brad?
In the car.
In the car?
You go get her and bring her in the house.
Well, I will, Mom, but first...
Now!
Hey, what do you know? Brad has finally got himself a girl.
I'd like you to meet Jordan. And I'd like you all to know that we are a couple.
Oh? You know, you might prepare people, Bradley, before you spring such a big surprise on them.
Brad, it's all right. It's nice to meet you, Jordan.
Mom?
Joan?
Thank you, Mrs. Johnson.
You know, Brad's never brought anyone home before.
You know how some people can be close-minded.
There are no racists in this family. Look at Toshiro and Joan.
It's a nice dress.
Oh, thank you. I just bought it. Uniforms get so boring.
Everything gets boring on the base.
You live on the base?
Yeah, we're in 2nd Battalion.
You're a Marine?
Corporal, E4.
Hey, you ought to know that. There have been women Marines for years.
We just needed to get away for a while. We decided we'd take a vacation.
You are both welcome.
I remember how it was when I first met your mother. Wild horses couldn't have kept me away from her.
Mom, this business with Brad, I don't think you quite understand.
I understand.
No, you don't.
No, I do understand. I think it's time for him to get serious and to settle down with someone. And you...
Me? What did I do?
You're 33.
I know that.
Don't you hear your biological clock ticking?
Mother. It's your oven timer. Toshiro and I have only been married a year, you know.
Well, it seems longer with you being away and all.
I'm just going to show Brad around the old neighborhood. Won't be gone long.
Jordan's in the living room talking to Toshiro.
Good, it'll give us a chance to get acquainted.
Yes, won't it?
Toshiro and your sister, ever wonder what the attraction was?
I don't know. Seems like an okay guy to me. For a small guy.
That new biogen plant opening right up on the edge of town? Him marrying into this family? Of all the choices he's got, he picks Joan. Our family?
Yeah. I don't get it. You think there's some kind of connection?
Do you know what biogen does?
No. I guess research?
Genetics research. Like atomic power, biological research can cure or kill.
Okay.
You know, we had no idea what would come out of a place like Alamogordo. Certainly not 12-foot termites. Termites that killed my best friend and killed your grandfather and killed a lot of other good people too before we got rid of them.
What are you saying, Dad?
All it would take is a little cellular material to unravel the genetic code of the giant termite. They could breed them, clone them.
Jesus, Dad, why?
Scientists! They always start out trying to do good. It's only when people like us have to deal with the results that the world finds out how bad it can be. I keep up on what's happening. World population is at 6.4 billion, 80 million people born every year. In some countries, insects are staple food. Think of the protein yield of a 12-foot termite.
Yeah.
And who wants to be in the forefront of that kind of research? Companies like Biogen.
But if what you're saying is true, if it even could be true. Hey, look, there's someone over there.
Don't worry. They won't notice anything. Just as I thought. Locked. Watch out for alarms.
Don't worry. I'm trained in this stuff.
Come on!
Ah, what'd I tell you?
Way to go, son. I don't want you to think that I'm teaching you to be a burglar. You know, being on the side of right has made some great men into outlaws. Like Copernicus, Patrick Henry,
and Batman.
Anyhow, generally I believe in obeying the law, within reason.
Dad, it's okay. I'm not the kind of guy who'd let some stupid rule stand in my way. I mean, not if I felt like what I was doing was right. I mean, if I really...
Okay, shh.
Hey, Dad?
Yeah?
What are we looking for anyway?
Anything suspicious.
Got it. What is it?
Oh, it's hard to tell. Could be the end of a pincer from a worker or a soldier.
It's been sawed off something, that's for sure.
Termites are social creatures. An individual wouldn't survive for long on its own.
Then that means...
they wouldn't breed just one or two.
We better get out of here.
Hide!
Tom? Tom, are you in here? Who turned those lights on? Hey!
Hot!
Ow!
Drop it!
What? He saw our faces!
We're strangers!
Freeze! It's me, you idiot! You're fired!
Who was that guy?
Nobody. Not anymore.
If the police put a bulletin out on us...
Don't worry, nobody got hurt.
But I really can't afford to get caught.
That guard is probably too ashamed to report it. Asleep at the switch. Oh, if we'd had his kind in our outfit during the termite wars. Well. Look, let's not tell your mother about this. She'd only worry.
What about Jordan?
Oh, no sense getting her all worked up either.
Hey, wait a second. Isn't that
Dwight's car?
Dwight? Dwight's home. He's home.
Sure.
When did he get home?
This last time? I guess about 2 years ago.
But we all thought he was... Why didn't anybody say anything?
Well, you know Dwight, Mr. Privacy.
Oh, Jesus. What's he doing? Does he have a job?
Look, don't tell Joan. You know how she gets about Dwight.
This is Brad's room. Exactly how he left it. A shrine. This is my mother's sewing room. Do you hear that? This is Dwight's room, my older brother. He left home years ago.
For his work?
Oh, no, Dwight's had kind of a hard time with jobs. And he's shy. Dwight? See, Dad, he's always expected so much out of Dwight because of his dead friend, Dwight Kilkenny. How could my poor brother ever live up to that? Ta-da!
Bravo!
Hey, look at the size of that thing. Must be pumping them up with hormones these days.
Mom, you know, I don't eat meat. Still? Yes, I told you that. You never hear anything I say. No one here has ever heard anything I've said.
What'd you say?
How come you don't like meat?
For one thing, it's unhealthy.
We eat it. It never killed us. We come from a long line of meat eaters.
And you never even have a salad on the table. What am I supposed to eat here?
Why don't I make a salad? No, Mrs. Johnson. You sit. Let me. I want to contribute something.
Light or dark?
Light.
It's better for you if you have to eat meat.
You eat a lot of turkey in Japan? Well, your people eat grasshoppers, don't they?
Dad, don't grill him.
I'm just asking, in Japan, don't you
My
eat...
grandparents live in Tokyo. I was born in San Francisco.
You were? Then you're a citizen.
Dad, of course. I told you that.
Honey, don't you remember?
Toshiro went to UCLA. You never hear anything I tell you.
Right, sure. I was just saying that the Japanese now in Japan, they eat grasshoppers.
In the future, we'll all need to become more inventive in our diet.
Like what?
Soy burger, soy bologna, healthier ingredients in familiar forms, practical and ecological.
I like to see someone with a healthy appetite. You should eat more. You never eat enough.
You know, I had the strangest experience just a while ago.
What, dear?
Upstairs, I passed Dwight's room and I could have sworn I heard something, like a radio noise or something.
Yes.
Odd.
You've never heard anything like that?
Radios? Sure, we've heard radios.
Sounds from Dwight's room.
Well, now, you know, some can travel in odd ways. It can bounce off houses. You never know. Yeah.
Do you ever hear anything from Dwight himself?
Oh, From time to time, a word or two.
He writes, calls.
There's no need for you to worry about him, really.
I do worry. He's my brother.
Dwight's Dwight.
You have heard from him recently.
Oh, yes.
We keep in touch.
He's not still working that awful job, is he? Night watchman?
Security at the power plant? Paid okay.
Yeah, but in Mississippi.
No, he quit that. It was too hard on his feet.
So what's he doing now? Do you know? You do know. What? Is it something awful? It is, isn't it? Tell me. I want to know.
He's doing fine. He
Dwight's home.
What?
Brad.
He's home?
Now, Joan, listen.
He's upstairs now, and you didn't tell me.
You said you wouldn't tell.
How long has he been up here?
Oh, not that long. Maybe.
Oh, a while now. You know, he comes and goes. And you know Dwight.
Excuse me, but who's Dwight?
My oldest son. He left home.
He ran away from home.
Oh, now. You know how boys are. After high school, he got the bug to hitchhike around for a while. But he came home when he felt ready for college. Then he was off again. Gone to seek his fortune, I suppose.
He ran away, Mom.
He didn't run away. He left. Kids leave.
He ran away. And when he was home, he never talked to anybody. And he's upstairs right now in his room alone. And he should be down here with us. Well, I'm gonna go up and talk to him.
Honey, I don't think that's a good idea.
He's my brother.
Honey!
Hey, why don't you leave him alone? Joan, always trying to get people to talk about their problems. What's talk gonna do anyway?
I thought the Marines taught you to follow orders.
Dwight? Dwight, I know you're in there. It's me, Joan.
Dear, he doesn't want to come out. He likes it in there.
Mom, for goodness sakes, I haven't seen him in years. I didn't know if I'd ever see him again.
Maybe I should have told you he was here. But you know you and Dwight never really got along.
We did so.
Remember how upset he got when you threw away all his Superman comics?
Mother, we were just kids. Dwight. He wasted all his time on those comic books. That's all we ever read.
Honey, please. Dwight's different. He's not the way you remember him.
I remember him different. He's always been different. I just want him to come out so I can talk to him.
He doesn't like to talk. Dwight, do you want gravy or butter on your mashed potatoes?
Mother, what are you doing?
Butter.
Butter?
Mom, no. You are just enabling him. You have to stop that. Dwight, she is not bringing you your food. Do you hear me? If you want to eat, you can come down and eat with the rest of us. Power failure?
Well, no. Dwight rewired the house.
Mother.
So he can turn things on and off from his room.
Dwight! What? Wait. Wait! I want to talk to you.
Honey, you can't force him. Maybe it would be best for you if you just let things be.
Dwight?
Dwight his room.
Yeah? Where is he?
The bathroom.
That kid sure spends a lot of time in the bathroom.
I'm amazed that despite their huge change in size, they still manage to maintain their same social structure.
Yeah, who understands mutants?
Yeah, what are you doing?
The kids, they wanted to see the scrapbook.
Dwight's going to come down and join the rest of us.
He is! I'll get his plate.
Well, I'll be. How did you manage that?
Things aren't so difficult if people just talk to each other. Toshiro and I set aside an hour each Sunday just to talk about whatever.
Communication. It's very important.
Just to keep the lines open so we know what we're thinking, so we don't shut each other out.
Did Dwight say when he'd be down?
Mom?
I saved you a drumstick.
Dwight, this is my husband, Toshiro. He's a scientist. Dwight was very good at math in high school, Toshiro.
Hey, big brother. How's it going?
Hey, Dwight, what's the matter with you? Shake hands with your brother. Forget all your manners up there? Oh, he looks great, doesn't he? Doesn't he look great? That's what the Marines will do for you.
Hey, big guy, I got somebody I want you to meet. Jordan?
Honey? Honey? Dwight!
Hey!
He doesn't mean anything by it. He's just not used to strangers.
No one's trying to interfere. I'm trying to find out where you are in your life right now.
He's going through a difficult time.
Where do you see yourself headed? Do you have any plans? Is there any kind of job you find interesting?
He fixed our stereo.
Mother, you can't keep answering for him. He's not a child.
I just meant he's not helpless.
It'll be okay, Mom.
Well, if he wants any more turkey or anything, let me know.
Just what do you do all day?
Radio.
What?
Radio.
You just listen to the radio all day long. Don't you read or anything?
Talk to people.
Ham radio? Ha! Boy, that's great. Lots of guys have hobbies like that.
Do you have a job?
Lots of jobs in electronics. Maybe you could get yourself a...
Don't you ever get out and see people?
Talk to people.
On your radio, you mean? What do you talk about?
For my book.
What? You're writing a book?
Hey, that's great.
It is! What's your book about?
The world.
Okay. It's gonna be a big book.
Dwight? Is it a history, a novel? Do you want to be a writer? Is that what you're doing? Is that why you're living at home? That's all right. Define your own pattern. As long as you're not stagnating. Now, your radio is great, but what you really need is a computer with the internet, the web. You could find much more information. Toshiro and I could help you. Could I see your book?
In my room.
Well, let's go up and take a look.
No. Let me go.
You want to go and bring it down to us? All right. Sure.
This ought to be good.
You are always putting him down, but Dwight's not stupid.
Oh no, he's a genius. Remember that time he boiled all the squirrels?
He was trying to make a coonskin cap.
Out of squirrels?
It's not like he did anything. They were already dead.
Don't tell me about it. I heard plenty about it from the kids at school. Hey, Bradley, doesn't your fat brother get enough to eat at home? Why is he out scrounging for all that roadkill?
Oh, that's perfect. So the whole story's about your problem. You were embarrassed. Poor baby.
He doesn't embarrass you?
At least I got him to come down out of his room and talk to us.
You and Oprah.
If you mean, Bradley, do I think it's better to get things out in the open rather than deny them, then yes, you're right. But I guess that's not your style.
What do you mean by that?
You know exactly what I mean.
I don't. I don't know what you're talking about. I never know what you're talking about.
The rest of this family may be blind, but I'm not. He's not coming down. Let's sneak. Platypus, only egg-laying mammal. Danish flag, large white cross on red field, oldest unchanged national flag. Banana trees, not really trees. Large perennial herbs, grow 30 feet in one season. A giant shoot.
Why is Dwight's door open?
Dwight's hiding out someplace. We know that for a fact.
He'll come home when he's hungry. Now, just try to calm down, honey.
Maybe he didn't get too far.
Where you going, Dad?
Come see for yourself.
Your old bomb shelter? Mom said you were gonna fill this in.
Dwight! I thought about getting rid of it, but Dwight kind of likes it.
Oh, yeah, sure. It's great. The family bunker.
Damp down here, though. Getting moldy.
You don't worry that it might cave in on somebody.
This place? Brad and I built this when he was just a kid.
I'll never forget it. It was great. Just the two of us.
That sound hollow to you? Boy, this place brings back memories. That smell, that chewed up, digested wood stink. The tunnels were pitch black. We had miners' hats on. You could only see a few feet ahead. Oh, but you could hear them though. That banging on the walls. And when the light hit them, that clicking. The clicking their pincers made as they came at you. Oh, they're amazing. In Africa, they come right out into the sunlight to cut grass to take back to the nest. In Panama, they build nests high up in trees under canopies they make up out of digested wood. In Australia, there they make wedge-shaped nests, always with the long axis pointing in a north-south direction. No one knows why. Some of the African mounds are 30 feet high. Oh, and these are just the ordinary termites. Follow me. Let me show you on the big chart. They originated from ancestral cockroaches, probably at the end of the Paleozoic era. There are 2,140 known living and fossil species of the order Isoptera, known for their highly developed social organization. Their whole society is based on the different functions of three primary castes: the reproductive, the soldier, and here's your worker. As you can see, he's the smallest of the species. Now, your adult population is mainly made up of workers. They're all sterile, they're just slaves. Then you have your secondary reproductive and your winged reproductive. They fly from the parental nest in swarms. A male and female seal themselves in an excavated chamber, and in a few days, the first eggs appear. Now, the queen here is huge. The king, even though he's bigger than the average termite, is dwarfed by her. And here's your soldier. Imagine one of those the size of a pickup truck. In combat, they're deadly. A living nightmare.
What were you doing in the basement?
Dwight's not there. Boy, this town is filled with hideouts.
Maybe we should just wait.
We're his family. It's up to us to track him down. Oh, it'll be all right, honey. Okay. There's an abandoned building a couple of miles from here, scheduled for demolition. All sorts of tunnels under it. I think we should begin there.
Why would Dwight hide out in some awful place like that?
He likes the dark. You game?
I'm ready.
No way.
Brad, no.
No, it's too dangerous.
But there's no reason why I can't
Look,
cook.
I don't have time to give you a lecture about this right now. You're not going.
Remind you of anyone? I never wanted your mother to go into that termite nest with us.
But I just told him, you're not a professional vermicologist, mister. You don't know what to look for in there. I do.
So I protected her the best I could. Me and Dwight.
This was after I lost my father. Your grandfather.
For a scientist, he was all right.
Should we into separate search parties? I have a flashlight and safety flares in our car.
I am not letting you go in there alone. What if you have another panic attack?
Dad'll be in there.
You need me.
Ready, Dryrene?
I've decided Jordan's gonna come with us.
Hey, that's the spirit. Okay, Leathernecks, let's move out.
Do you ever regret giving up your career?
No. After the termites, when I saw for myself the horrible effects that science can have, I turned my back on it. I didn't want to go against nature. I've dedicated myself to this family. I've never regretted it.
This place we're going. This is where Dwight hangs out, huh?
Could be.
Mom, this is amazing. When did you get into this?
Oh, years ago. There was my father's estate, and
I
then...
had no idea.
Then someone had to look after the royalties from your father's book. It sold so well for a while, but... And when Heck didn't get reelected, I had to really get serious about it then.
I'd like you to handle my portfolio.
You know what they call women Marines in the Corps, Mr. Johnson? BAMs.
BAMs?
Broad-assed Marines.
Kind of insulting, isn't it?
I don't know.
But you want a growth and income fund. Something that's tied to the stock market.
Toshi, does your company have a 401k?
A guy I know lives here, a real genius.
Who's there?
Meserve, it's me, Johnson. He used to work at Rockwell, and Bechtel, too.
You're not alone.
I know, but this is my boy.
The Marine?
Right.
And who's this?
It's okay, Meserve. This is my boy's girl. Got something here I want you to take a look at.
It's unusual. Very interesting. Hold this.
All right, let's go.
Mr. Kaya here. I'll be right there. There's a problem with the plant.
You never know what you're going to find in places like this.
What's that for?
Comfort. Jeez, Dad, you really packed the gear.
Come on, let's go.
Your dad doesn't want to hurt Dwight, does he?
Hurt him? He's trying to save him.
From what? Dwight!
What the hell are you trying to do?
Hey, Dad, take it easy.
We don't know what could be down here. Just keep your eyes peeled.
For what?
You never know.
I'm sorry for calling you in on the holidays, Mr. Kaya.
No problem. Are you hurt?
It'll be alright. That mace is bad news.
Oh, yes. Was anything taken?
It looks like the only thing taken was one of those rhino horns.
Poachers? Here?
Quiet. Do you smell something?
Yeah. Yes.
I'll never forget how it was down in that mound. The pitch dark. The stink. You hear that?
What?
Listen. Tick, tick, tick.
I think so.
I knew it. I knew it.
Water dripping.
Do you know how termites communicate?
Chemically, don't they?
Besides that, they bang their heads against their walls in the dark.
Like I told you, the old guy, he was just average. Nothing special about him, but the young guy, he was a Marine.
How do you know that?
Well, he was in uniform, dressed blues. He looked like he came off embassy duty or something.
Did you notice anything else?
The mace, you know, the Canadian, it was fuzzy.
Fuzzy?
Yeah, it looked like a feather boa or something.
If you don't need me any longer, I should be getting back to my wife's family.
Watch where you're walking. Don't they teach you that?
Sorry.
Here. Shine this in front of you.
We got another light. Listen, let's split up then. We can cover more ground that way. Here.
Well, okay.
Now you two check out those rooms. I'll take the other side of the hallway.
Jeez. It's just one rotted out hole after another one in this place. You know what it feels like?
Don't.
But it does. It feels just like a rack.
Don't. Keep your mind on what we're doing. You really think Dwight would be in here?
I don't know. I don't know what he likes or doesn't like.
He's your brother, isn't he?
Yeah, my big brother. He's a baby. Did everything I could to help him out. I used to keep after him to try out for football. He could have played line. I used to slap box with him to try to get him to defend himself. Dwight!
Where do you think your dad is?
Brad? Jordan? If that's you, better speak up. Stop or I'll shoot!
Don't shoot, Sarge! I'm on your side!
Who the hell are you?
I'm one of the good guys, Sarge. I'm one of your boys!
What are you doing here?
On lookout, Sarge. I'm keeping a sharp lookout.
For what?
I see him. They think I'm sleeping, but I see him.
The termites?
It's just nobody believes me.
The termites?
I got one eye open all the time. I can sleep standing up.
It's the termites, right? They're back!
They're crawling all around. They're taking over.
In here? Where? Where?
But I'm too smart for them. I got away.
Where are they?
I left them behind. I'm moving up in the world.
Where are they?
The tunnels. They like it down there.
Sure. They're in the tunnels.
Under my feet. They're right here under my feet. Hey, Sarge, don't forget me. Send somebody to relieve me.
Oh, Jesus, no!
It's all right. We'll just stay put.
We gotta get out of here somehow!
Just relax. Brad? Breathe. 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 Hey, man. Hey. This isn't Baghdad. You're home. Look. Look. See?
Okay.
It'll be okay.
Okay.
Good.
Dad?
Mr. Johnson!
Dad?
Mr. Johnson!
Come on, you mutant bastards. I'm ready for you. I'm here for Dwight.
Mr. Johnson?
I got a score to settle. Dwight Kilkenny was a good man.
Dad?
Who's that?
Mr. Johnson?
Brad? Brad? This way, son.
Ow!
Are you under attack?
No. We're just lost.
Well, then follow me. Come on. And what he said makes sense, too. These things haven't been used for years. No telling what could be hiding out here.
If they are down there, do you think they got Dwight?
Let's hope not. You hear that? This way.
Wait, don't hurt us, man. We'll move.
Where are the termites?
We weren't bothering nobody.
Are there any giant termites out here?
Yeah, man. Down there. That way. Damn. Got the Marines helping the cops now.
It's them! We got them trapped. No trouble here. All that proves
is that building is clean.
Look at you. You look like tramps.
We're gonna go upstairs and get cleaned up.
Where have you been?
Oh, everywhere. Nowhere.
No sign of Dwight?
And we didn't see anybody. I better use the John down here.
Oh, Joni's in there. I think you need some coffee.
Miss Irvy, what do you got for me? Uh-huh. Yeah? Are you sure? But are you sure that it's not a rhino horn? I've got no idea. You tell me.
You're back. Do you have any luck?
Where's your father?
In the bathroom.
I need to speak with him.
Toshi, what's wrong? Is there a problem?
I'll explain
All right.
later.
Anyone here want coffee?
Yes.
How about you two?
What do you mean?
You want some coffee?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Me too, Mrs. Johnson.
Heck, why don't you get everybody around the table and I'll get the coffee and some cake.
I got something to do first.
Mr. Johnson?
Rhino Termitidae. You thought nobody'd make the connection, right? Oh, you people think you're so clever. Well, the jig's up now. You didn't know who you were dealing with here, did you?
No.
I've got something to say. Joan?
What is it?
What do you know about your husband's work? Just what goes on in that lab?
Research.
Research, right. Brad, remember that horn we found? I got the lab results. Rhino horn.
But I thought
You thought right. Rhino Termitidae. Listen up. The four more primitive families of termites, Mastotermitidae, Calotermitidae, Hodotermitidae, Rhinotermitidae, harbor symbiotic no, parasites aren't important. What is important is that we are talking termites here. Termites that have something in common with rhinos. Maybe you'd like to tell us what that connection is.
There is none.
None?
Yes, exactly. None.
You expect me to believe that?
Well, they do share a Greek root. A word history connection, I mean. Rhino is Greek for nose, keros for horn. Rhino, keros, rhinoceros.
What is wrong with her?
I'd imagine that your rhino termite has a nose projection of some sort.
Is everybody here on the other side?
Heck, you're just worked up. Now, sit down and have some cake.
Cake? I got people covering up for each other, talking Greek to me and my own family. I just want to know what the hell is going on around here.
There are fewer than 10 white rhinos alive in the world today. Poachers are a constant danger to them. Some researchers have tried sawing off the rhino's horn and replacing it with a brightly colored synthetic one in order to save the animal's life. It appears, however, that may alter the rhino's territorial behavior. My company is developing methods of painlessly injecting an indelible dye, an unremovable polymer substance, into the living horn in order to render it commercially worthless.
That's a wonderful idea. Does Biogen have a public stock offering?
No, we're still private.
So you don't have anything to do with bugs?
I cannot believe we are going through this again. Dad, they're gone. They're dead. There are no more giant termites.
But you don't want to believe that, do you? You know why? Because you always loved termites more than anything. Or anyone.
Joan, your father did the best he could.
So did I. And so did Dwight. When did we ever talk about anything in this house except for termites? When did you ever have time for us, for your own kids? No wonder Dwight's the way he is. And poor Brad.
Hey! Lay off.
How could you let this happen to us?
Joan?
He's our father. He's supposed to be our hero. He's supposed to protect us!
We should go. Please get your things. As of yet, the police have no leads regarding the identity of those who broke into our plant. Now I need that horn returned. Thank you.
Mom, I'm sorry.
Thanks for coming.
Bye, sis. Boy, if that isn't always like Joan. Always have to have the last word. Don't forget who always...
Hey.
Listen up, Johnson. You haven't been gone long. You boys have got pretty clean records. Come back with me now, and nobody has to know a thing.
Staff Sergeant.
Corporal. Excuse me, folks.
Is there some trouble?
Is it a war? No, sir, no, ma'am. Nothing like that. Maneuvers. We need our people back on base.
Oh.
Well, I guess I better be going. Mom? Dad?
But I'm glad you got home for a time anyway.
Yeah. Sergeant. Corporal. Just where did you jarheads think you were headed anyway?
Niagara Falls.
No. That's an old tape. You know it by heart. We're not going to watch that any longer.
Did you hear that?
It's Dwight.